All right, welcome back to another OVR weekly shooting drill. This week we're moving into another advanced, a red level. This is our second to highest. This is a reload one using your strong hand only. Once again, we have two of our members here with us, Zach and Joe, and both of them are brown level, so they're actually qualifying to be a red level shooter right now. And this is one of those red level qualifications that we have, that you have to meet this, meaning you have to safely execute the drill. No flagging of yourself or anybody around you. Obviously, no misfires, but you still have a time limit you have to meet, and even an accuracy point you have to at least hit the target. And so we're going to run through that with both of them here. Who knows? Maybe tonight they'll meet the par to qualify for red. So for our qualification for the red level, we do go from a low ready. You can make this more difficult even by going from either a holster or even a concealed holster. And there's different ways you can make it more complicated. And that's up to you, what you think you need to work on. And so in this case, we're just going to go from a low ready. Afterwards, we're going to go over a little bit of an AAR. So what we'll do is we'll kind of have each of them talk through how they're going to perform the drill. And then we'll go over the after action at the end on watching them do it full speed. And so, Zach, which way are you going to do yours?
I'm going to have the trail leg.
Okay. And then that'll put you lead leg. So there's a bunch of different ways to do this. And so we're just going to do two of them. And again, talking about a trail versus a lead leg, we'll go over that here in just a second. But basically, you're going to hold the pistol from a low ready, engage your target, drop to your knee to reload. Again, we'll describe how we're doing that. Reload the pistol and take your second shot after you've reloaded. And that's it. It sounds simple enough, but it's not. I know we've done this before already, obviously. And, so any comments on this drill itself before we get started?
Definitely a difficult drill, very practical, very appropriate with the training and the level in which you need to do this drill. Definitely need a lot of reps, I think, to get this one down well.
I would just echo it by saying anytime you can do a dry run, especially for things like this, you're in a pretty bad situation when you're taking the knee after one shot. Maybe it's a jam, maybe it's a misfire. But you need to work through the problems, and this gives you good practice in doing so.
Yeah, great comments on both sides. And, along with that, you're not going to do this anywhere. This is very, very specific to OVR and to high-end, very expensive ranges that you can go to, but there's very limited ones of those. This is the only place in this area that I know of that you can do this.
Unless you're on your own land. Nobody is letting you reload behind your leg.
Yes, exactly. So let's go ahead and let's get into the drill. Which one of you wants to start first?
Okay.
All right, we'll have Joe start first, and then we'll move into Zach.
So I'm going to take one shot with my strong hand, drop the magazine, come to a knee. My right knee is going down. The weapon will go in my knee. I will lean forward, reach back, grab a magazine, and re-engage on the target. For this drill, I'm going to engage the target, drop the magazine, take a knee, pinch the weapon in my leg, get another magazine, reload, rack it, and then re-engage the target.
So starting from low ready, I'm going to engage my target, fire once, drop the mag, pinch the gun in my hamstring, take my magazine, rotate the magazine, insert it into the gun, and re-engage the target.
So we're going to go over the AAR for the strong hand only reload one. And obviously each one did a little bit of a different technique. And, actually standing between you guys, there's one thing I do want to point out, that I'm over 6 feet tall at 250 pounds, and I feel small between the two of you. So, just something to point out. Sorry, we got sidetracked. Anyway, let's talk about Zach doing his reload one. So what were your thoughts on the performance? You overall did pretty well, but what do you think of doing it on that trail leg versus how Joe did on his lead leg?
I think the trail leg is definitely a hindrance personally. I think I would perform better using the lead leg. You keep the weapon in your point of view. Everything's closer to your person, closer to your mags. So I think personally I'd be better using the lead leg method. but that's just me.
Yeah. But that's why you get to come here. You get to try those out because at the same time, if you notice, both of them went down onto their right knee. Nothing says you have to do that either. You can go down on your opposite knee, on your left knee, and then do it behind the leg on the lead leg. It's really up to you. So what were your thoughts on the lead leg that you did?
Lead leg feels more comfortable. You're already going down, so you're forcing yourself into the leg. You also have a better reach on the magazine to reload, so I definitely feel like it's more comfortable.
Yeah, the trail leg, you feel like you're kind of twisting and going behind you. It's really awkward. So I'm with both of you. I don't like the trail leg, but we want to just give you guys an opportunity to see the different techniques. And again, by doing that, you can get in here, you can try it yourself, and let's see how well you do. So, we are going to have them continue to work on this. I will say I did make a mistake initially when we started filming this. We were going from the low ready. The actual qualification goes from concealed holster. So unfortunately, they didn't qualify because we didn't do the right drill. But typically for the qualification, you're going to go from concealed holster, then do the Reload-1, and I think you guys will do fine. You did great with the low ready, so I don't have any doubts that you're going to do fine just with the concealed too. So, any last minute comments either of you want to make?
I don't think I'm going to do very well on the weekend.
Definitely difficult. There's some fumbling with the magazine. Opportunity for improvement there for sure.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks again, guys. Appreciate y'all coming out. So we're going to go ahead end it. We'll be back next week for another shooting drill.